You got your Bible? Let's read. We're going to be reading from 2 Kings chapter 24, 25, and 1 Chronicles chapter 1. 2 Kings chapter 24 is Judah overran by enemies. 2 Kings chapter 25 is the fall and captivity of Judah. 1 Chronicles chapter 1, the family of Adam, Seth to Abraham. I'm going to be reading from 2 Kings chapter 24, starting with the first verse. I'm reading from the King James Version. Come join me. In his days, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came up, and Jehoiakim became his servant 3 years. Then he turned and rebelled against him. And the Lord sent against him bands of the Chaldeans, and bands of the Syrians, and bands of the Moabites, and bands of the children of Ammon, and sent them against Judah to destroy it, according to the word of the Lord, which he spake by his servants the prophets. Surely at the commandment of the Lord came this upon Judah, to remove them out of his sight for the sins of Ashman, according to all that he did, and also for the innocent blood that he shed, for he filled Jerusalem with innocent blood, which the Lord would not pardon. Now the rest of the acts of Jehoiakim and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? So Jehoiakim slept with his fathers, and Jehoiachin, his son, reigned in his stead. And the king of Egypt came not again any more out of his land, for the king of Babylon had taken from the river of Egypt unto the river Euphrates all that pertained to the king of Egypt. Jehoiachin was 18 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned in Jerusalem 3 months. And his mother's name was Neshathah, the daughter of Elnathan of Jerusalem. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, according to all that his father had done. At the time, the servants of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came up against Jerusalem, and the city was besieged. And Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came against the city, and his servants did besiege it. And Jehoiachin, the king of Judah, went out to the king of Babylon, he and his mother, and his servants, and his princes, and his officers. And the king of Babylon took him in the 8th year of his reign, and he carried out thence all the treasures of the house of the Lord, and the treasures of the king's house, and cut in pieces all the vessels of gold which Solomon king of Israel had made in the temple of the Lord, as the Lord had said. And he carried away all Jerusalem, and all the princes, and all the mighty men of valor, even 10,000 captives, and all the craftsmen and smiths. None remained, save the poorest sort of the people of the land. And he carried away Jehoiachin to Babylon, and the king's mother, and the king's wives, and his officers, and the mighty of the land. Those carried he into captivity from Jerusalem to Babylon. And all the men of might, even 7,000, and craftsmen and smiths 8,000, all that were strong and apt for war. Even them the king of Babylon brought captive to Babylon. And the king of Babylon made Mathaniah his brother king in his stead, and changed his name to Jashkin. Jashkin was 21 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 11 years in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Hamatha, the daughter of Jeremiah of Laban. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, according to all that Jehoiakim had done. For though the anger of the Lord, it came to pass in Jerusalem and Judah, and so he had cast them out from his presence. And Jeshkin rebelled against the king of Babylon. I'm reading the last chapter of 2 Kings chapter 25. And it came to pass in the 9th year of his reign, in the 10th month, and the 10th day of the month, that Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came, he and all his hosts, against Jerusalem, and pitched against it. And they built forts against it round about. And the city was besieged unto the 11th year of King Zedekiah. And on the 9th day of the 4th month, the famine prevailed in the city, and there was no bread for the people of the land. And the city was broken up, and all the men of war fled by night by the way of the gate between two walls, which is by the king's garden. Now the Chaldeans were Chaldeans were against the city round about. And the king went the way toward the plain. And the army of the Chaldees pursued after the king and overtook him in the plains of Jericho, and all his army were scattered from him. So they took the king and brought him up to the king of Babylon to Riblah, and they gave judgment upon him. And they slew the sons of Zedekiah before his eyes, and put out the eyes of Zedekiah, and bound him with feathers and brass, and carried him to Babylon. In the 5th month, on the 7th day of the month, which is the 19th year of King Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came Nebuzaradan, captain of the guard, a servant of the king of Babylon, unto Jerusalem. And he burnt the house of the Lord, and the king's house, and all the houses of Jerusalem, and every great man's house burnt he with fire. And all the army of the Chaldees that were with the captain of the guard break down the walls of Jericho round about. Now the rest of the people that were left in the city, and the fugitives that fell away to the king of Babylon, with the remnant of the multitude, did Nebuzaradan, the king of the guard, carry away. But the captain of the guard left of the poor of the land to be vine dressers and husbandmen. And the pillars of brass that were in the house of the Lord, and the bases and the brazen sea that was in the house of the Lord, did the Chaldees break in pieces, and carried the brass of them to Babylon. And the pots and the shovels and the snuffers and the spoons and all the vessels of brass wherewith they ministered took they away. And the fire pans and the bowls and such things as were of gold, and of silver, and the captain of the guard took away. The 2 pillars, one sea and one in the basis, which Solomon had made for the house of the Lord. The brass of all these vessels was without weight. The height of the one pillar was 18 cubits, and the chapter upon it was brass. And the height of the chapter 3 cubits, and the wreathen work, and pomegranates upon the chapter round about, all of brass. And like unto these had the 2nd pillar with wreathen work. And the captain of the guard took Seraphil, the chief priest, and Zachin, the 2nd priest, and the 3 keepers of the door. And out of the city he took an officer that was set over the man of war, and 5 men of them that were in the king's presence, which were found in the city, and the principal scribe of the host, which mustered the people of the land, and 60 men of the people of the land that were found in the city. And Nebuzaradan, captain of the guard, took these and brought them to the king of Babylon in Riblah. And the king of Babylon smote them and slew them in Riblah, in the land of Hamath. So Judah was carried away out of their land. And as for the people that remained in the land of Judah, whom Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, had left, even over them he made Goliath, the son of Amkamel, the son of Ziphon, ruler. And when the captains of the armies, they and their men, heard that the king of Babylon had made Goliath governor, there came to Goliath to Mizpah, even Ishmael, the son of Nethiel, and Jonah, and the son of Sharon, and Sirah, and the son of Tehum, the Nephathite, and Jazan, the son of Machanite, they and their men. And Goliath sware to them and to their men, and said unto them, Fear not to be the servants of the Chaldees. Dwell in the land, and serve the king of Babylon, and it shall be well with you. But it came to pass in the 7th month that Ishmael the son of Nethiel, the son of Ishmael of the royal seed, came, and 10 men with him, and smote Goliath that had died, and the Jews and the Chaldees that were with him at Mizpah. And all the people, both small and great, and the captains of the armies, arose and came to Egypt, for they were afraid of the Chaldees. And it came to pass in the 7th and 13th year of the captivity of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, in the 12th month, on the 7th and 20th day of the month, that evil Merodach, king of Babylon, the year that he began to reign, did lift up the head of Jehoiachin, king of Judah, out of prison. And he spake kindly to him, and set his throne above the throne of the kings that were with him in Babylon, and changed his prison garments. And he did eat bread continually before him all the days of his life. And his allowance was a continual allowance, giving him of the king a daily rate for every day, all the days of his life. And I'm reading the last chapter. This is starting the first chapter of Chronicles. Chronicles chapter 1. This is the last one I'm going to read tonight. I'm starting at verse 1 for 1 Chronicles chapter 1. Adam, Seth, Enosh, Kenan, Mathliah, Jared, Nahak, Methuselah, Lamech, Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, the sons of Japheth, Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Java, and Tubala, and Meshish, and Tyrus, and the sons of Gomer, Ashins, and Rephi, and Togamar, and the sons of Javan, and Lashish, and Tarshish, and Kedom, and Doman, the sons of Ham, Cush, and Merzai, Put, and Canaan, and the sons of Cush, Sheba, and Havilah, and Sabath, and Ramah, and Batish, and the sons of Ramah, Sheba, and Dedan, the son, and Cush begat Nimrod. He began to be mighty upon the earth. And Mezrah begat Ludum, and Anamai, and Lebim, and Naphtham, and Passerim, and Klashum, of whom came the Philistines, and Capsurim, and Canaan begat Zedian, his firstborn, and Heth, the Jezebel also, and the Amorite, and the Gesherite, and the Hevite, and the Arite, and the Sinite, and the Avrite, and the Zimrite, and the Hamite, the sons of Ham, Elam, and Asher, and Asphad, and Lud, and Aram, and Uz, and Hul, and Gather, and Meshish, and Asphad had begot Selah, and Selah begat Eber, and unto Eber were born 2 sons. The name of the one was Peleg, because in his days the earth was divided, and his brother's name was Jotan. And Joktan begot Alamdad, and Shelapham, and Hazarmaviz, and Jarah. Hadoram also, and Zul, and Daglah, and Levi, and Bimlah, and Sheba, and Ophrah, and Havilah, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Jotan. Shem, Arphax, Selah, Eber, Peleg, Ruel, Shirug, Naar, Terah, Abram. The same is Abraham, the sons of Abraham, Isaac, and Ishmael. These are their generations. The firstborn of Ishmael, Naboth, then Kedar, and Abel, and Mesham, and Doma, and Massa, Hadad, and Tam, Tashar, Naphish, and Kedem. These are the sons of Ishmael. Now the sons of Canaan, Abraham's concubine, she bare Zimram, and Joshin, and Medin, and Ishbak, and Shulam, the sons of Ishan, Sheba, and Dedan, and the sons of Midian, Ephraim, and Ephar, and Hisham, and Abdil, and Elah, Eldah. All these are the sons of Kerath. And Abraham begot Isaac, and the sons of Isaac, Esau and Israel. The sons of Esau, Elash, Arul, and Jazul, and Jalam, and Korah. The sons of Elipash, Teman, and Omar, Zephir, and Gatham, Zanim, and Tamim, and Amlet. The sons of Ruel, Navath, Zerah, Hamath, and Mazir. The sons of Seir, Lothan, and Shobal, and Zebon, and Anna, and Dishon, and Ezar, and Dishar. The sons of Lothan, Horai, and Haman, and Timin was Lothan's sister. The sons of Shobal, Alan, and Mathath, Menamath, and Abel, and Shiva, and Oman. And the sons of Zebon, Ai, and Anai. And the sons of Anai, Dishon. And the sons of Dishon, Amram, and Ishban, and Atran, and Sharon. The sons of Ezar, Bihan, and Zavan, and Jachan. The sons of Dishan, Uz, and Aaron. Now these are the kings that reigned in the land of Edom before any king reigned over the children of Israel. Bela, the son of Beor, and the name of his city was Dana Habesh, and Bela was dead. And when Bela was dead, Jobab, the son of Zerah of Barash, reigned in his stead. And when Jobab was dead, Husham of the land of the Temites reigned in his stead. And when Husham was dead, Hadad, the son of Bedad, which smote Midian in the field of Moab, reigned in his stead. And the name of his city was Aveth. And when Ahad was dead, Salam and Mishker reigned in his stead. And when Samlah was dead, Shaul of Rehoboth by the river reigned in his stead. And Shalah was dead, Baal-Hanan, the son of Akbar, reigned in his stead. And when Baal-Hanan was dead, Hadad reigned in his stead. And the name of his city was Pau, and his wife's name was Melibeth, the daughter of Methurid, the daughter of Mezahath. Hadad died, and the dukes of Edom were Duke Taman, Duke Aliyah, Duke Jethu, Duke Anna Ablam Hamam, Duke Alam, Duke Pinon, Duke Kenzi, Duke Teman, Duke Mesbar, Duke Magdal, Duke Iram, and these are the dukes of Edom. I have read 2 Kings chapter 24, 25, and 1 Chronicles chapter 1. 2 Kings chapter 24 is Judah overcome by enemies. 2 Kings chapter 25 is the fall and captivity of Judah. 1 Chronicles chapter 1 is the family of Adam set through Seth to Abraham. I plan to come back by the grace of God to read 3 to 4 chapters daily. So tomorrow reading 1 Chronicles chapter 2, 3, and 4. All right. If you want to follow me on Facebook, it is Minister, but it's abbreviated MIN Chiffon. Facebook, that's Minister Chiffon, is abbreviated MIN Chiffon. TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, it is actually Minister Chiffon. Minister Chiffon out.